Welcome to Stark Raving Social, the podcast for comms pros who want to stay ahead in a world that won't stop changing. Your host is Sherry Lynn Starkey, social media strategist, industry pioneer, and trusted advisor to brands navigating the digital landscape. With decades of experience in marketing, PR, and social media, she's here to bring you the insights, strategies, and conversations you need to stay ahead of the curve. From shifting algorithms to AI-driven content, from crisis comms to culture shifts, if it's shaping the future of our industry, you'll hear about it here. This is Stark Raving Social.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Stark Raving Social, the podcast for marketing and communications professionals who want to stay ahead in a world that won't stop changing. I'm your host, Sherry Lynn Starkey, and today we're diving into something that's got the digital world buzzing, Meta's pivot to community notes. Yeah, it's a model inspired by Elon Musk's X, and it's stirring up a lot of debate. So let's get into it. Welcome to Stark Raving Social, the podcast for marketing and communications pros who want to stay ahead in a world that just won't stop changing. I'm your host, Sherry Lynn Starkey, and today we're tackling one of the most common questions I get asked. How often should I post on social media? And I get it, people are hoping for a magic number. Just tell me how many times a week and I'll do it. But here's the truth, the answer is never that simple. It depends. It depends on your goals, your audience, and your capacity to produce good quality content. So today, we're going to break down the real considerations behind finding your ideal posting cadence, and I'll share some strategies and tools I've found helpful along the way. Let's get into it. Getting your posting cadence right isn't just about asking, how often should I post? You have to zoom out and think strategically. Let's talk about the big things you need to consider. First, content creation capacity. Ask yourself, do you have the time, the skills, and the resources to consistently produce original content? A lot of people feel like they're running on empty in all three of those areas, and trust me, I've been there too. If you don't have the capacity, your content quality is going to suffer. And when that happens, your results take a hit too. Second, audience fatigue. Ever followed someone who just won't stop posting? It's exhausting and it backfires. People start scrolling past your stuff, or worse, unfollowing you altogether. Sometimes, less really is more, especially if what you do post is relevant, thoughtful, and well-timed. Third, choosing the right stories. Managing multiple content streams is no small feat. Maybe you're running different campaigns, each with its own goals, across several platforms. Then the holiday season rolls around, and your boss or client wants 3 posts a day across 4 channels. It gets overwhelming, fast. This is where prioritization and planning become essential. You've got to decide what stories truly matter and what can wait. Fourth, managing engagement. This is the part people often forget. Every post you publish comes with extra work. You've got to monitor feedback, respond to comments and messages, and track performance. The more you post, the more you need to manage. And if you don't have someone dedicated to community management, that can become a serious resource drain. So, what's the solution? Well, it starts by asking a better question. What are you trying to achieve with your social media posts? Are you trying to raise awareness, drive traffic to a website or campaign, educate a specific audience, influence an attitude or a behavior? Each of these objectives might need a different approach to cadence. Let me give you an example. I've got a client working on an advocacy campaign. We've got 3 content streams running at the same time. The first stream is about raising awareness of the overall campaign. The second stream focuses on driving traffic to the campaign website. The third stream is about educating specific target audiences on key issues. For each of these streams, we post once per week. Then we add one engagement post that's specifically designed to build the social media audience and boost interaction, which we then use for retargeting. Different goals, different types of content, and different frequencies. That's what I mean when I say horses for courses. Now, let's talk about how you actually find your ideal posting frequency. From the very start, you need to track your results. You need to look at your data. Really look at it, not just once a month when you remember to run a report. I'm talking about reviewing metrics regularly and using those insights to adjust and improve. You want to pay attention to things like engagement rates, impressions, click-through rates, follower growth, and maybe most importantly, the quality of feedback. What are people saying in the comments? Are they sharing your content, tagging others? All of this is gold. And here's something I always remind clients, more content is not always better. Quality beats quantity every single time. Now, let's get practical with some tips. First, use scheduling tools. Platforms like Meta Business Dashboard, Hootsuite, or Sprout Social can save you a ton of time. I recently helped a mid-sized client set up a Hootsuite dashboard with analytics tracking, and it completely transformed their day-to-day. Before, they were only looking at superficial data once a month. Now, they've got insights at their fingertips and can adjust on the fly. Second, leverage your analytics. Look for patterns. What's working? What's falling flat? Use the information to tweak your strategy in real time. Third, let your strategy drive the content. Don't let trends or internal pressures throw you off track. If it doesn't align with your goals, it doesn't belong on your content calendar. And finally, customize for each platform. Please don't just copy-paste the same post across every channel. What works on LinkedIn won't necessarily work on Instagram or X. Tailor your message and format to suit the audience and the platform. And yes, that might mean not every post goes on every platform. That's okay. In fact, it's smart. So, what's the magic number when it comes to social media posting frequency? Honestly, there isn't one. It's about staying flexible, focusing on your objectives, and letting your data lead the way. Keep your audience in mind, honor your team's capacity, and don't forget, sometimes the best strategy is to post less and mean more. That's the show for today. If you found this episode helpful, subscribe, share it with a colleague, or leave a review. It really helps more people find the show. Until next time, keep showing up smart and stay social. I'm Sherry Lynn Starkey, and this is Stark Raving Social.
Thanks for tuning in. If you got value from today's show, make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you know a fellow comms pro who could use these insights, share the podcast and help them stay ahead in a world that won't stop changing. Until next time, keep learning, keep adapting, and keep making an impact.